This is Mark phoning from Zurich. I said, hello Mark. He says, hello Rabbi Rubenstein. It's about the video you sent. I said, yes. He said, he liked it very much. But when you come to Zurich, no humor please. I remember once actually in Manchester in England, where it rains all the time. It was pouring outside and the front door bell rang and I opened the door and there was my mother-in-law standing there. And she was so pouring. I said, mother-in-law, what are you doing standing there in the rain? You're drenched. Go home. Well, that makes a lot of sense. However, it actually works as incredible. Only violent rabbis are welcome. We can beat up our microphone. Scottish, just warming you up. The next is that. This mistake of assuming that Canadians were just basically Americans. This was an error of judgment, as they very quickly pointed out to me, a hint of what's coming. And the funny thing is the audience starts to applaud. Have you heard that? And then it goes, I love my heart. And then now applaud again. Why did they applaud the first time? They didn't know what was coming. Why were they clapping? I think because they wanted to be entertained. They wanted to be entertained. And when you speak to American audiences, they want to learn. Okay? So I walked in and I put down my big pile of books. So, listen, I'm not going to go. And when you think you're alone and suddenly you find that you weren't alone at all, you know, the unexpected, that's when you laugh, that's when the joke comes, comes to fruition. Your spirit rises just like the flame and suddenly you see it differently. Whoa. Never forget that you're not alone. When you get the perspective of Shemaim, it raises you up, then you see he's with you all the time. You just got to look and see. You heard of Moshe Feinstein? It was the greatest, he lived 20 years ago, the greatest halakhic authority in the world, living in New York, on the Lower West Side. And there was something called Rabbi Kamenetsky, who was the great Rosh. Towards the end of their life, they issued a joint letter to you and me, and the letter said, piece of advice, keep a diary. To ordinary Jews in the United States of America, the big advice, kashrus, no Shabbos, no, keep a diary. If you want to know that Hashem is there and in your life, keep a diary. You'll see it. In this world we don't get it. But when we do get it, and when it's a surprise, that's when you laugh. You know, mother-in-law, what are you doing standing in the rain? Go home. It's the surprise that makes you laugh. And in this world, when things come along that really make us, and should make us depressed, according to the Rashi, all they did was get them to see it differently. They got the joke. They saw the joke. Do you get the idea? When you see it differently, just a change of perspective. Nothing had changed in the reality of the situation. But how they saw it, how they understood it, beat it. Understand it. They saw from the community, the first guy I ever taught Torah to. And Hashem kept that calculation in his little diary for 37 years until I needed it and my son needed it. And he did that procedure and saved my son's sight.
What is